the night Paris fell in love again. Paris was shimmering under the golden hue of the Eiffel Tower as the City of Light prepared for yet another legendary night of fashion. The Celine fashion show, held at the Grand Palais Éphémère, had already drawn the world's most elite figures: designers, editors, influencers, and global stars. Yet, it was one particular name that electrified the crowd even before the runway lights dimmed: Taehyung, known globally as V of BTS. When Taehyung arrived, the entire venue seemed to pause. His entrance, dressed in a tailored black leather jacket paired with silk-layered trousers and bold Celine boots, was nothing short of cinematic. Cameras flashed endlessly as he walked the crimson carpet, his aura exuding both confidence and calm mystery. "He doesn't just wear fashion, he defines it," whispered one Vogue journalist beside the press pit. That night wasn't just another celebrity sighting, it was a moment. The kind of moment where art, personality, and history intersected. Paris didn't just witness Taehyung attending a show, it witnessed him owning it. A Korean star at the heart of Paris. Taehyung's presence at Celine wasn't a coincidence. It was the culmination of years of mutual admiration between him and creative director Hedi Slimane. Known for his minimalist yet rock-infused aesthetics, Slimane has long recognized Taehyung's effortless ability to blur the line between music and fashion. V is a dream to design for, Slimane reportedly said in a backstage interview. He carries the Celine spirit without trying. Korean fashion enthusiasts tuned in across the globe. In Seoul, fashion cafes and BTS fan clubs organized live viewing events, turning Paris Fashion Week into a cross-continental celebration. Within minutes, hashtags like Taehyung x Celine and V in Paris trended worldwide. What made this particular event iconic was not just Taehyung's attendance, but how Paris embraced him. Not as a guest, but as a peer. He wasn't an idol visiting a foreign stage. He was a Korean artist standing as an equal among fashion royalty. The moment on the runway. As the lights dimmed and the first model walked the runway, Celine's latest collection, a daring fusion of post-punk attitude and modern elegance, unfolded. But the true climax came when Taehyung, seated front row, locked eyes with Slimane at the show's finale. The designer smiled, a subtle but meaningful acknowledgement of shared vision. Post-show, backstage chaos was replaced by admiration. Editors from Elle, Harper's Bazaar, and W Korea crowded around Taehyung for comments. Tonight wasn't just about clothes, it's about freedom. The freedom to express yourself without boundaries. That quote became the headline of several fashion outlets the next morning. It encapsulated the spirit of Celine's Paris show and highlighted Taehyung's growing influence as not just a performer, but a cultural ambassador of modern Korea. Social media explosion. As the Parisian night continued, the digital world went into overdrive. On X, formerly Twitter, fans and journalists alike posted live clips and high-resolution images of Taehyung's presence. Within 1 hour, Taehyung-related hashtags dominated 8 of the top 10 global trends. Instagram Reels featuring his arrival reached millions of views overnight. Celebrities, stylists, and influencers reposted his look, praising his minimalist yet commanding aura. French media outlet Le Monde even described him as l'élégance de silence, the elegance of silence. The comment captured the essence of Taehyung's appeal, an understated power that didn't demand attention, but naturally attracted it. This wasn't fan-driven hype, it was a collective recognition of artistry. For the first time, a K-pop idol transcended pop culture boundaries and became an integral figure in high fashion's global narrative. The after-party that defined the night. After the show, an exclusive Celine after-party was hosted in a private Parisian mansion overlooking the Seine River. The atmosphere was electric. Champagne glasses clinking, soft jazz blending with electronic beats, the elite of fashion mingled effortlessly, but again, the center of gravity remained the same: Kim Taehyung. Taehyung was seen sharing a quiet conversation with Hedy Slimane, laughing occasionally while stylists and editors watched from afar. According to one insider, Slimane personally toasted to him, calling him Celine's new muse. Photos from that night, especially one of Taehyung standing under a chandelier, his shadow cast elegantly on the marble floor, became one of the most circulated fashion images of 2025. It wasn't just an after-party, it was the coronation of Taehyung as a fashion icon. Korean fashion ascends. The next morning, South Korea woke up to headlines celebrating Taehyung's triumph in Paris. Leading publications like the Korea Times and Vogue Korea hailed it as a pivotal moment for Korean fashion diplomacy. "What Taehyung did in Paris is what no one else could," wrote fashion critic Kim Ji-won. He bridged the emotional sophistication of Korean aesthetics with the timeless rebellion of European couture. Design schools in Seoul discussed the event in classes. Professors noted how Taehyung's influence had helped redefine what it meant to be a Korean artist abroad, not just performing, but leading cultural innovation. From hanbok-inspired haute couture to K-pop aesthetics influencing runway makeup, Taehyung's Paris moment sparked discussions about the new global fashion language, one where Korea stood confidently at the forefront. The power of representation. Representation matters, and Taehyung's role in the Celine show symbolized a deeper victory. He wasn't just representing BTS or ARMY, he was representing the globalization of Korean creativity. His calm poise and emotional depth challenged the stereotype of what a male celebrity should embody in fashion. Taehyung merged masculinity and elegance in a way that transcended gender boundaries, echoing Celine's core ethos of fluidity. In interviews following the show, he mentioned, "Fashion should make you feel seen, not judged." Those words resonated deeply, especially among young Asian artists who have long felt unseen in Western high fashion. Through him, they saw possibility, a door finally opened. The global media reaction. By the following week, global fashion media declared the show a turning point. Vogue Paris titled their feature, "Kim Taehyung, the Korean star who redefined Paris Fashion Week." The Guardian called him the face of cultural renaissance, while Business of Fashion highlighted his influence on luxury consumer behavior in Asia. Brands across Europe reportedly began reaching out to collaborate. From luxury fragrances to artistic exhibitions, Taehyung's name became synonymous with class, culture, and creativity. Celine's stock value even experienced a notable spike that week. Analysts linked it to the Taehyung effect, reflecting how celebrity artistry and brand identity could now merge seamlessly in the era of global fandom. A cultural bridge between East and West. Paris has long been the capital of style, but on that night, it also became the stage of a cultural handshake. Through Taehyung, Korea and France met, not as trend follower and leader, but as equal storytellers in fashion. The Korean Ministry of Culture praised his impact, stating that V's presence in Paris strengthens Korean creative diplomacy. Meanwhile, French designers acknowledged how Korean fashion sensibility, delicate yet daring, had begun to influence Parisian couture itself. This wasn't just a fashion show. It was a dialogue between worlds, written not in words, but in silhouettes, fabric, and quiet charisma. The legacy of the night. Weeks later, as Paris Fashion Week concluded, its most talked-about highlight remained Taehyung's Celine moment. Analysts predicted this event would mark a new chapter in Korean fashion history, where K-artists lead the conversation instead of joining it. For Taehyung, it wasn't about glory, it was about evolution. He had once told a reporter, "I want my art to be timeless, not just trending." That night in Paris proved he was living that philosophy. As the lights of the signs flickered softly against the night, Taehyung's name echoed through both continents. The boy from Daegu had walked into the heart of Paris, and in doing so, he didn't just attend Fashion Week.
he rewrote its history.